It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
We are back after a brief hiatus, JJ.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be back, man. We got a hell of an interview tonight.
We do. We got our introduction video fixed and back up thanks to Todd DeFazio, so we won't get reported by YouTube again for copyrights.
We're bound to get thrown off of that goddamn thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I put the explicit thing at the beginning because JJ can't keep his mouth shut with the F-bombs, so we had to do that also.
How dare you?
All right, but tonight on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, we got Kato Downs of Imagine Wrestling. We're going to bring him on here in a minute, and we just want to thank our sponsors, Habits Beer and Tobacco, and also Red's Texas Barbecue. So we gave them a shout out. Check them out if you get a chance. And yeah, so you ready to bring Ken on?
Yeah, let's bring him on, man. I'm excited.
All right. Hey, Ken,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm well. How's everyone tonight?
All right, buddy.
Fantastic.
Good.
Thanks for coming back on the show. This is the second time you're on the show.
Sure. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the October 9th show in Altoona that Imagine Wrestling is going to be holding. If you want to give us some details, what's going on with that show?
Sure. We're back in our old building there in the Juniatic Civic Center in Altoona. It is October the 9th. It is a 7 o'clock bell time. All the familiar faces will be there. Bill Collier, Spencer Slade, David Lawless, Crystal Russo, the Rad Boys, the main event, The Watch, Lucio DeVere, everyone's favorite Daniel Exotic will be in the house. We have a full Jimmy the Hippie, the Good Neighbor, a full roster of well-trained, knowledgeable professional wrestlers to entertain in the way that they know how.
That is a packed card.
Yeah.
Very packed. Yeah.
Not to mention, for the first time ever, we're going to have a giveaway on October 9th. We have these rally towels that are going to be available for free for everybody that buys a VIP ticket. We only have 90 VIP tickets, so and they consistently sell out. So the 90 people that buy the VIP tickets will be getting these rally towels. I got a sneak preview of them last week, and they are really, really cool. They're very reminiscent of what the Steeler fans will wave as the terrible towel, except these are Imagine logos right front and center of these towels, and I'm pretty excited about them. I may have to have them produce 91 of them.
That's awesome.
Make it 93.
Yes, please.
They are very cool.
That's awesome. Is there any matches that you can tell us that's going to be on that card?
Man, we announced a bunch of matches today, and I think there's and I can give you an exclusive one that we've not announced for the first time. We can announce it here tonight, just because I ran out of time to make the graphic. But let me take a quick look, so I'm not making any mistakes here. I have all my information next to me. I just need a second here. You caught me unprepared to announce matches, but some of the biggest. Our main event of the night is going to be Bill Collier and Spencer Slade taking on David Lawless and Chris LaRusso. That match, if Spencer Slade and Bill Collier win that match, then they'll go on to the November show in Altoona to battle for the Imagine heavyweight title one-on-one. If they should lose, that match is going to be changed into a four-way dance involving David Lawless and Chris LaRusso. So the stakes are pretty high. That'll be our main event of the evening. You know, every time you have guys like Bill Collier and Spencer Slade, you know it's going to be the main event. Those guys are, man, they're good.
Absolutely.
Both of those guys will be in Johnstown. I know we're going to talk about that a little later on here. Let's see. That was our first match we announced tonight. We got our tag team champions, The Watch, going one-on-one with the team that I think is easily the best unsigned tag team in all of professional wrestling. They'll be going 2-on-2, I guess, against the main event. This match is going to be a little different than last time. The entire neighborhood is banned from ringside. In fact, if any of them get involved in the match, they're going to be fired from Imagine Wrestling. So the Watch is going to have to find a way to win this one on their own, or simply just do what we expect and lose the tag team titles. The Rad Boys, of course, are going to be in the house. They'll be in tag team action against Sega and Valor. If you've not got a chance to see those guys yet, they are big, strong, mean-looking dudes, and man, they can fight. They can fight. So I'm anxious to see that one play out. Coach Lance Payne and neighbor John have really taken everything away from Jimmy the Hippie. They've got the Power Driver band. They cost him the Imagine Live title on a Wednesday night show. They beat him up in Houtsdale, and this is really Jimmy's first chance to get one-on-one retribution. So I'm anxious to see how that. Jimmy's been mad lately, man. He's been throwing a lot of spuds around in the ring, so it could be a long night for old neighbor John. Lucio DeVere is going to be going one-on-one with Daniel Exotic. If you were there in Altoona last time, Daniel Exotic made a little bit of a surprise return coming off of pretty serious surgery. We didn't think he'd be ready in time to have a match, and he was not. But man, he was ready to throw a little bit of an ass kicking on Lucio DeVere, and he's the whole way ready to go now. He's fully recovered. So we're going to see Lucio DeVere against Daniel Exotic. And the last match that we haven't had a chance to announce yet publicly, but you guys will get to hear it here first. It's going to be Apollo Alexander, and I don't know if you guys have seen him yet. He is a massive dude. He is a graduate of the IWC wrestling school out there, trained by Chris LaRusso. Big, strong dude. He's going to be going up against the Imagine Dojo zone rocker Chris Sands, who main evented last week in Housedale, came out victorious, and man, he has a lot of support. So this is this is an interesting one to me. I'm really looking forward to this. I like first-time matchups. You know, you can't do them all the time because guys hate each other and want to keep fighting each other on the regular, but it is nice to see some first-time matchups. So this is going to be one of those, and it should be an interesting style. You got a big, strong dude against a guy who can has a ton of energy and can really move around the ring. So it should be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I know the last show, that crowd was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
I've been to many indie wrestling shows, and nothing compares to that crowd at the last show.
No, absolutely not. That crowd was hot as hell, white hot, as they say.
Yeah, well, we're really blessed. It's a perfect storm, really. We have amazing fans that really are passionate about professional wrestling. They're passionate about good professional wrestling. And you combine that with presenting, while it's not always perfect, and damn, it's good, though. I mean, you have a lot of really good, talented athletes that are well-trained and well-prepared to do what they do in that ring. And so you get that perfect storm of really passionate, fantastic fans that we've come to call the Imagination, and you combine that with just, amazing athletes, you're bound to have the perfect storm of what you heard there at the last show, which, I mean, the building was literally shaking at points. I mean, it was so loud in there. It was fantastic. It was an amazing environment. It was a fun environment. If you've never been to an Imagine Live show, October 9th, it's just 11 days away now. It's really a good time to get out there and check it out.
Absolutely. We already got our plan, figured out what we're going to do that day. we're coming down early, and we will definitely be there.
It should be a great show. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so next, Ken, let's talk about a little bit behind the scenes thing with wrestling. Like, tell us the process of show week. Like, how do you determine who's on the show, and then the show day? What time do you get started, and how, stuff like that.
Well, oftentimes it's the 95% of the wrestlers are sort of planned well in advance. We have a really steady roster of guys that we're going to continue to use, especially these young guys that are really growing and getting better and improving, because they're good now. They're going to be great in 2 years. I mean, they're really good now. For so many of them being only 2 years in, they're really, really good. So they're young and they're hungry and they want to improve, and they're getting better all the time. So that's part of it. Our roster is young and getting better all the time, and they're good now. So that's part of it. We don't go too far out of the norm. If somebody is really, really looking good, then we'll always take a look at them. We've had recommendations from guys. Spencer Slade's a great example. Chris LaRusso trained him in Pittsburgh, and he said, "Hey, you really need to take a look at this guy." And I said, "All right, we'll take a look at him." I drove to Pittsburgh to watch a match, and I was like, "Yeah, he seems all right. Let's bring him in." And then he has grown and improved, and I mean, he is just, man, he's something special, and he's really, it's almost like he's one of us. I know he's a Pittsburgh guy, but he's such a mainstay on our roster and such an important part of the process going forward for us that him and David Lawless and Chris LaRusso, who's an original KCW guy, a guy I trained, of course, Bill Collier and all the local guys, Jimmy and all the Imagine Dojo guys are all really important. So the roster's sort of laid out. I sent a ton of guys all of our dates for Altoona for next year already. So, it's rarely a week of, unless somebody gets sick and has to cancel, which has happened a few times thanks to COVID. But I'm big on planning. I have long-term plans as far as who I like to see on the shows. It's rarely a last-minute thing unless something comes up that I don't see. As far as the week of, most of the work is done weeks ahead of time. Now, the day of is a different story. We'll arrive at a building between 2 and 3 o'clock generally, and then it's sort of all hands on deck. We have the ring to set up, all the chairs, all the banners, the stage. We have a TV that goes on top of the stage now, which really was nice and house style. It improved the overall product. Cue Ball is our sound guy. He'll roll in there a little bit after we're in the middle of setting up, and he'll get his sound set up. We have an entire video set up in the back that we have 2 cameras, that a soft cam and a hard cam that sort of capture all the action so that we can use it in promotional stuff going forward. And so generally it's a full day. We're getting home sometimes right around midnight. But one thing I will say about Imagine that I've sort of learned from the mistakes of other folks is nobody wants to sit through a 4-hour professional wrestling show, no matter how good it is. Even WrestleMania is too damn long. Give me the best stuff and go home. And that's sort of what we've tried to instill here. I would rather have 7 matches and have every match be given all the time in the world that they need to have their fight and tell their story, as opposed to having 9 matches or 10 matches on a show where guys have to rush through and make mistakes. So that's part of it. That's my mindset. Less is more, and send people home wanting more, because no matter how good a movie is, if it's 4 hours long, that's sometimes hard to sit through. So let's do the same thing with wrestling. Let's get people out the door by 9:15 so that they feel like, man, I wish it would have been longer. You never want to hear people say, "Oh my God, that was too damn long."
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
So a little off topic. You said about bringing guys in. Any plans to bring in Tito Oric again, the face Bill Collier?
I think that is in the works here. It's funny you said that, because I did have some discussions earlier today with Tito Oric about if what his situation is and when he wants to come back. And he certainly wants to come back. I know he still wants to fight Bill Collier. So I do think that's on the horizon. I don't know exactly when, but I can guarantee it is on the horizon.
There's some unfinished business there.
There is for sure. There is absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we go from the 9th to the 30th in J-Town, PA. How do you feel about coming into Johnstown?
Super excited, man. Super excited. Surprisingly, we're over a month away from that yet, and there have been really good movement on the online sales for tickets for Johnstown for being this far away. I think that Johnstown's a great town with great hardworking folks and who love their wrestling. Johnstown has always been a wrestling town, clear back to the 60s. I mean, it's been a town that loved wrestling, and they like good wrestling. I know I heard some of what Bill Collier said last time he was on, and sometimes maybe not always the best quality of wrestling has presented itself in Johnstown. If fans who have maybe seen other stuff and said, "Hey, maybe this isn't for me," give us a chance. I think if you're from the Johnstown area and you're a wrestling fan, I don't think you're going to be disappointed by Imagine. I could be wrong, but I think that as far as independent wrestling goes, we've got things figured out, man. We have got things figured out, and it starts at its core. It starts with obviously our great fans, but then secondly is we have a great roster of well-trained, well-skilled, knowledgeable, hardworking people who love the wrestling business and want the shows, want the matches to be as good as possible.
I agree. Every time we come to an Imagine show and we come live, usually the next day or 2 days after, me and Jay we really don't know what to say about the Imagine shows. It's like from top to JJ said it best, from top to bottom, the way it's ran, the matches and everything. It's it's A+. It really is.
I appreciate that, and it really starts with the fans, and it's a result of the guys, man. They
right.
we've been fortunate enough to assemble a really good group of talent that, man, they are good now, but just wait. Just wait. So many of them are so young and are going to be so much better in 3 years. I just hope I can hold on to them all, because at some point, some of these guys are going to get gobbled up by national television. There's no doubt about that.
Right. So
some
you
of them
said
should have been years ago.
Yeah, for sure. So you were saying about ticket sales were going pretty good for the Johnstown show. Are you able to tell if it's a lot of Johnstown people ordering tickets or
No, I have email addresses, but there's certainly names there's names I've never seen in our inbox before. So I do have a feeling they're folks from down that way.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and we outside of the flyers that's been put up, we haven't really even started our advertising campaign. There'll be a pretty big social media campaign as well with paid advertising on Facebook and Instagram. So which always seem to work really well. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see. It would be great to have a full house in Johnstown and make Johnstown a regular stop for Imagine Wrestling. I think the fans in that area are really hungry for good wrestling, and if you give us a chance, you're going to get good wrestling.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, right, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
So, are you able to give us any intel on some matches for the Johnstown show, or do you want to keep it on the down low for now?
Well, I think we have to get through the October 9th in Altoona show. Hopefully some of the issues that's been burdening the shows in Altoona, as far as like this guy hates this guy, can be resolved a little bit on October 9th. But I don't know for sure. We'll see what happens. If these things can get resolved, then, maybe we'll see a fresh set of matches. I do know some of the guys that are going to be there, of course, are Johnstown's own Bill Collier, the current heavyweight champion, and by way of the tag team match, he's still going to be the heavyweight champion coming into Johnstown. There's no doubt about that. He is going to defending his Imagine heavyweight title live at the show. ECW mainstay, former ECW heavyweight champion Shane Douglas will be in the house, as you guys know. Rad Boys, The Watch, Jimmy the Hippie, Spencer Slade. All these guys are going to be there. Unfortunately, the entire neighborhood will be there. So yeah, we expect a really great show, and we're gonna have a Halloween theme. It's gonna be fun. So it's gonna be fun for us to have this Halloween theme going in Johnstown as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very excited for it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sounds like a very, very stacked card once again.
Yeah, you know something's on my mind. Whenever you guys came on the air, you had your little intro, and it was Ric Flair. You know, that guy's sort of out of vogue right now. I don't know if you knew that or not. You could always replace that with a rant that I heard from Bill Collier about backyard guys. It was because I got a chuckle out of that, man. That guy he can really get going when it comes to that stuff.
He feels very strongly about that, and he can work the stick.
Yes, he can.
We may, you know what, Ken? We may look into that. It's a very good idea.
Funny. I mean, it's funny to me. I don't know. I'm not sure everybody's going to think it's funny though.
Not everybody.
No.
But that's okay. If they don't like it, they can leave.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah. Anyway, Johnstown, man, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a great night. We give us a chance. That's the best I can say. You are not going to leave disappointed.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're hearing it here first, guys. You know, the Johnstown show, October 30th. Imagine Wrestling, packed card. Is there anything else you want to tell us, Ken, before we let you go?
No, I just really appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate the effort you guys are putting in on promoting this thing in Johnstown. I know you guys have been very integral in making this happen. You found us the building. You've been very supportive all along the way, and without guys like you, buying tickets and supporting our product, we would be out of business. So I can't emphasize enough how much I appreciate guys like you, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing in Johnstown. This show wouldn't have happened without you. So I really appreciate you guys, lining up this building and doing what you do as far as getting out there and promoting the show, hanging flyers. Even though people are, I understand, ripping them down, but I do appreciate all the effort you guys are putting in.
Well, you know what, Ken? Hang on, Jay. You know what,
yeah.
Ken? We realized that those posters got legs on them. I don't know where you're getting those printed, but they got legs on them, and they just get up and walk away.
That's our mistake, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We remedied that situation in a few spots. So.
Okay. Good.
Two can play at that game.
Okay. Well, my guys, I've told them forever. No matter what, man, we go high. No matter what anybody else does, no matter how low they go. So I've told my guys a million times, don't tear down posters. Anytime we hang posters, none of my guys tear down posters. I mean, it's just because other people don't want to be professional and don't want to do the right thing doesn't mean that we have to do the wrong thing. We're always going to try to do the right thing as best as we can, no matter what the circumstances are, because it's just not professional. And if we're going to be a professional organization, then we've got to conduct ourselves like professionals. And so I understand the anger because I've been on, I get that. But for us personally, you guys are your own men. You can do whatever you like. But for us, we're not going to tear down other people's posters. It's just, not what we do.
All right. Well, from here on out, I don't understand why there couldn't be two posters side by side. But from here on,
I can't tell you that either.
From here on out, if we're representing you guys, and we will be professional, just like your organization and you as a whole. So,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's something we laid out 2.5 years ago before we even started running 3 years ago. It's been over 3 years since we sort of organized this. So we understand that there's competition in the area, but at the same time, we're not. I'm personally not in the business of trying to get into any type of conflict. My thing is, if there's one restaurant here and one restaurant here, if I have a nice restaurant and I go over and take a shit in their driveway every day, no matter how nice my restaurant is, I'm still the guy who owns a restaurant that goes and take a shit in their crappy driveway. So for us, we'll just make better food. Like at the end of the day, maybe some people are still loyal to a diner that doesn't make as good a food, but most fans at a certain point, most people are going to go, hey, you know what? I think I'd rather have Texas Roadhouse than I would the Greasy Spoon who doesn't cook their hamburger the whole way through. You know what I mean? So I think that that's for us. And I'm not trying to, be a smart ass or whatever, but we're just going to continue to try to make 5-star meals and have good salads and have the best steak on the menu. And goddamn it, Bill Collier isn't the best steak on the menu.
So we're gonna make sure that this October 30th show is a success, and we won't have to worry about putting posters up because everybody's gonna know it.
Well, we still put up posters every month in Altoona, so we're, sometimes people get busy and forget, so we want to keep reminding them. And but irregardless, I can tell you, and you guys were there in Altoona last time. Our fans are amazing. Holy cow, man! They packed that building last time, and they were so loud, and it was so much fun. A good show is made great by great fans, and that's what happened. That's what happened in Altoona. The show was not perfect. It was good, but it was not great. But it was seemingly great because of how great the audience was. The audience was just, geez Louise. I mean, rarely have I heard a building that loud in independent wrestling anywhere. And I was at it for 20 years, and they were at points so loud. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome experience.
Yeah. So real quick before we let you go, we got some comments on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
Best
live
wrestling.
on both of those.
Yeah, best wrestling in Central Western PA. Better than IWC.
Well, I appreciate that. We're no competition with IWC. We're on very good, friendly terms with IWC. They're a great company out of Pittsburgh, and they use a lot of our talent, and we use a lot of their talent. I'm unless we're running head to head, I'm always an advocate for IWC. They're good people. Their head trainer at their school is a guy that I trained. So, you won't get me to say anything bad about IWC.
And then Jason Reese says, can't wait for the next show.
Thank you. We can't wait to see you.
Yeah, he's one of the shitheads. Another Facebook user says, best show in PA.
Thank you.
And then another one, Facebook user says, Imagine Wrestling. Look out, Johnstown.
Well, exactly. Look out for Johnstown. We're excited to be there, man. It's, I think it's going to be destination wrestling. I think that we've been looking for a second. We've been wrestling in a lot of different little towns around. We went to Blairsville before the pandemic, and we went to Houtzdale just last weekend. We've been in Hastings. We're going back to Hastings in November. But it'd be really great to have a secondary town that we could call our second home. And I'm really hopeful that the crowd comes out and really supports Imagine Wrestling, because we would love to bring Imagine Wrestling on a very regular basis to Johnstown.
And we would love to have you, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, Ken. Well, that's it for tonight. We appreciate you coming back and talking a little bit of Imagine Wrestling with us. And we will definitely see you on the 9th.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening, and have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
You too. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And there you have it. You got an exclusive from Kato himself of some guys appearing at the Johnstown show at Big Dog Built on the 30th
Yes,
for
sir.
Imagine Wrestling.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man.
Ken's a great guy to talk to. He's so damn acknowledgeable, and he knows his shit.
He knows wrestling business, no doubt about
it. Yeah, that's for sure. So, like I said, their next show is October 9th in Altoona, and then the next show is October 30th in our hometown of Johnstown, PA. We do got some. We got some tickets personally that if anybody wants any, we got some for sale. So just hit us up on the Facebook group or whatever you need to do.
Yeah, please hit us up.
Absolutely. So let's see if our buddy Jason Reese is watching. Jason Reese, are you watching? If you are, comment yes, and we want to bring you on real quick because we got something we want to tell you.
What are you drinking there, bud?
I am drinking Cherry Coke, 0 sugar.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, very good. Like I've obviously, I tried to cut out as much sugar as possible, but sometimes that doesn't always work because of the shit that I eat. But that's another time.
That's 0 sugar, right?
Yeah, there's no sugar in this soda. So I have one a day. I have one after I get home from work, or obviously now.
Oh, good for you. Can you tell the difference?
No.
Okay.
No, like how when you drink anything diet has that aftertaste?
There's an aftertaste, correct?
Yes, and there is no aftertaste whatsoever. I bet you if we would put a regular Cherry Coke and a Coke or Cherry Coke 0 side by side, you won't be able to tell the difference.
All right.
Maybe we'll do that.
Okay.
So, all right, we're going to bring Jason Reese on. He's like, yes, I'm here. Bring me the fuck on.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't think you have to go that far, but all right.
Yeah, don't be getting all spun up, Reese. Christ, it's just a podcast.
Settle down, snickerdoodle.
Oh, man. So anything you want to say, Jay, before about what we talked to with Ken?
I'm just excited, man. It's anytime we go to an Imagine show, it's always a good time. The 9th is going to be spectacular, and then I can't wait to go to Big Dog Built and check that out on the 30th.
Yeah, so if anybody that doesn't know us or whatever, when we go to the Imagine shows in Altoona, we leave about 4 o'clock. We take the drive over, and then we usually hit up an establishment to eat. How weird, right? Us going and get some meat. Anyway, sure. Usually it's Jersey Mike's.
That's right.
And then we head to the show. What are you drinking? Is that a Natty Daddy?
No, it's a can of Pepsi.
Oh. All right.
No, it was a Natty Daddy. I'm lying.
I know. I just wanted to see how far it would.
Where is this clown?
I don't know.
Hang on.
I sent it to him. What the hell is wrong with you? You're 42 damn years old, and you're buying belts?
First off, I'm 41.
I was close.
And this was a good deal.
So, it doesn't matter if it was a good deal. It's the...
Did you or did you not just go buy toys the other day?
No. No.
I'm just waiting until this thing slows down.
Shit, I'm waiting for Reese to pop on. What the hell's he doing?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, me either. Oh.
All right, we're getting close. It's like Wheel of Fortune over here.
Reese, where the hell are you? Damn it. Usually I'm waiting on you. Now we're waiting on Jason Reese.
Well, he just makes me look better. All right, so how about this? So while we're waiting, how about we do some trivia?
He just popped up.
Prick.
We could do some trivia after we're done talking with Reese.
All right.
What the hell took you so long, shithead?
Apparently I can't figure out how to work.
Yeah, and we can't hear you again.
Are you serious?
If this is going to be a problem, we don't need him to be on here anymore.
Get your shit together, Reese.
That's not nice.
Can you hear me?
Yep. That time we can, but it's very muffled. Let me check the settings real quick. All right. So what's going on, Reese?
Nothing. Just chilling.
So what did you get for me the other day?
I don't remember.
I'll give you a hint. It's flat and has legs.
Oh, I got a table.
And what's the table going to be for?
Can't discuss that, I guess.
We can discuss it. I'm going to put JJ through the goddamn table like I promised. He is going through the table.
Where are we doing this at?
Well, it doesn't matter where we do it, but just know it's going to happen.
You can't post it online.
Don't tell. What? Then what the hell are we doing it for? We're doing it for content, brother. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, you can't put it on. You can't put it on the interweb." What the hell's wrong with you?
All right, you're right. So.
He's all upset now, Reese. You see that? He's upset.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Dad.
No, you're not allowed to call me that anymore.
Why? Because I beat your ass fantasy or what?
Oh, you son of a... You mother lover. Yeah.
Just
I'm
think
not...
that was
I'm
my
not...
first...
It was my third loss, you ass wipe.
Wait a minute. So are you saying you're 0-3?
I'm 0-3. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Reese got his first win, so...
When I drafted, I thought for sure I had a good team. Clearly, I do not.
Well, clearly you must have been drunk if you thought your team was good.
I was not drunk.
I'm saying if you thought your team was good, you had to have been drunk.
How many games did you won?
One. One more than you.
You almost beat... you almost won...
I can't even argue.
So, Reese,
So
October 9th, are you going to the Imagine show with us?
Oh, yeah, you tagged me in the post, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't sure. I tagged you just to make sure you was going. So
Yeah, Haley, or what the heck did she say last night? Sticker Noodle is coming.
Snickerdoodle.
Oh, okay.
Snickerdoodle's coming.
Yep.
That's going to be her gimmick, like Dewdrop.
Well, is it Snickerdoodle or Sticker Noodle?
Snicker
She messed
Noodle.
up last night.
Or
Said it was Sticker Noodle.
or Luchador.
Luchador, yes.
Well,
So we got something planned for you, Reese. So here's what's going to happen.
what am I getting?
Because what's that?
What am I getting hit with this?
Well, you're not getting hit with anything. We're going to take it easy on you this time. But me and JJ are going to make up signs. And we are going to predetermine what these signs say. And when we tell you to hold up a sign, you have to hold it up and not look at it. So
man.
it is all going to be filmed for content for the YouTube and Facebook group, and we're going to have some fun with this. And just to make sure,
go ahead.
and just to make sure that you do it. If you don't do it, if you don't hold up any of the signs, you're walking home.
I have friends in Altoona.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
we're taking your phone away too. Right, Jay?
You're gonna make my daughter and I walk home.
No, we'll take her home.
No, we'll take her home. But we need to make sure that you're holding up these signs.
What's off limits? Is there anything that's off limits or?
Well, we're gonna keep them semi-PG.
Yeah, we're not gonna make you look like an asshole.
Well, he don't need no help with that.
We might make you look like a shithead.
I don't need any help. Well, it's okay. I'll figure something out for Johnstown.
Yes. So we just wanted to give you a little heads up so you're aware. Since you're the last shithead, you're going to be the one that that holds up these signs.
That's fine.
Jay, he says that.
Haley,
he says that now.
Now,
I'm sure Haley will enjoy it. Me being roasted, humiliated, whatever you guys have.
And it's going to be at various times. It could be at the beginning of the match, during the match. I mean, what do you think, Jay? We should make him stand up.
Is it going to be like? Is it going to be like, "Hi, my name is Jason, and I shit myself," or?
no.
I'm going to say no, but there's going to be some interesting things on these posters.
And you're not allowed to look at them.
Yeah, you can't look at them.
We're gonna hand them to you, the backs to you, and you're just gonna hold them up, and we're gonna put them in order, and we're gonna tell you, all right, stand up, and you're gonna hold them up.
Okay.
You know, whether it's in the middle of the match, I mean, it's going to be any time. So it's going to be kind of like what's that game that they play now? The hot lava. Did you ever hear that?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's like the hot. Anytime somebody says hot lava, you gotta get off the floor.
Is this on television?
Yeah, I see people doing it on TikTok and YouTube and stuff.
Oh, this fucking TikTok. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's because you're 42 years old. You wouldn't understand.
Aren't you 43?
I will be 43. But I know what TikTok is.
But because you want to be cool.
I'm already cool, bro.
Would you have the air conditioner on?
You know what I do? I spit in the face of people that don't want to be cool.
Thank you, Carlito. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
D-bag.
So, Reese, what's going on? Did you watch the Kato interview the whole way through?
Yeah. Yeah, I seems like he has a great mind for wrestling.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
he absolutely does.
One of the best
I
minds.
wish that I had to start going, or I had to started going to the shows earlier instead of the last 3 or 4.
Hey, better late than never.
Oh yeah.
We used to hit his shows up in the early 2000s, and they were phenomenal. That guy knows how to run it.
Like, how long has he been at out in Altoona?
I'm not sure the exact time, but he ran KCW for many, many years.
Yeah, and they were awesome, and they brought in guys like New Jack and the Sandman, and they had those shows were awesome.
And there was times, I might be over exaggerating a little bit, but there was a couple of times there might have been close to 400 or 500 people.
I don't think you're exaggerating. I think you're probably right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was a big time. Well, that was the height of indie wrestling. I think it got back to it a little bit now, but that was the height of indie wrestling because everybody was spread out. That's when ECW went down. WWF bought WCW. So there were a bunch of guys that just went around the country working. That's how they got all those guys.
And you know what? I think the pandemic actually helped a lot of these independent pro wrestling companies.
In what way?
Because when the pandemic started, a lot of these places had to stop doing shows. Oh shit!
Is that Bray Wyatt?
I think it's the Undertaker.
No, that's tomorrow night.
Are you doing that on purpose?
Dude, it's not. My hands are right here.
Are you losing power?
We lost power this morning during them storms.
You want me to come over with a fire extinguisher?
Why?
Well, I don't want anything to catch fire.
Well, everybody loses fucking power once in a while.
No, but if it gets wet, it might catch fire.
What the hell are you talking about?
Pretty crazy.
Clearly, your lighting's not good.
My power is flickering.
That's what I said, asshole. Your lighting's not good.
Well, it has. I don't understand what you meant about if it gets wet, it can catch fire. What the fuck are you talking about?
Reese, am I wrong?
He's flickering.
If it gets wet and then it sparks back up, that could catch fire.
Okay, but I'm thinking the whole thing's flickering. It's not just here. Like the laptop was getting dim and everything.
I hope it catch on fire.
You guys get woken up early this morning by a storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around.
Haley come running in this morning. Brought the dog into my room. Like, did you hear that? Like, I woke up from a deep sleep and I thought I was dreaming. Holy shit! It's real.
What the hell are you doing? Jesus, that's loud.
My AirPod fell out. Fucker.
Oh. Jay, did you lose power this morning?
Yeah, a little bit.
So did you make sure it didn't get wet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. This fucking guy. Make sure it doesn't get wet so it catches fire.
Next time I see you, I'm punching you in your second chin.
Next time I see you, you're going through a
Right.
fucking table.
That may happen.
Reese, do you think he's gonna pussy out?
I think a table's gonna.
He was talking all that shit. Oh, you can put me through a table. Is he gonna chicken out?
I'll send you a picture of the table after we get off. I wouldn't.
Well, we don't need pictures of the table. We just need pictures of JJ going through the table.
And that's, I'll do it. What just happened?
What in the hell? He must have put water on it.
You're a fucking asshole.
I think I cut. I think we saw a little glimpse of up your shorts, which I didn't want to see. But thanks anyway.
How'd it look?
Look like tonsils.
Looks like garbage.
Look like I sat in gum.
Oh my god! Wow.
All right, are we gonna end this or what? Because I gotta go do something.
What?
Hmm.
He doesn't know, Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Reese, when you getting your tickets for the Johnstown show?
I'll talk to you after the air.
All right. Well, we'll stay on. We're going to end it, but stay on. We'll be able to talk for a minute or two.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take you off for a second, but we'll bring you back on. All right, Jay. That's it for tonight. Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. We are back at it after, like I said, after a brief hiatus.
Brief hiatus.
We had to take some time off and repackage ourselves.
Well, we need to get back into it though.
We went ham. We went ham for a good 2 months on this. We needed a break.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what ham means, it's hard as a motherfucker.
All right.
Just like you're gonna go ham. You're gonna go ham on those Jersey Mike sub on the 9th of October.
I defy you to find a better sub than Jersey Mike's.
I can.
Where?
I told you Lee owns sub and Wimber. Sub
Okay.
and Wimber.
All right. Then go get him as a sponsor.
Don't make me.
I'll
Is that a
promote
challenge?
I'll promote the shit out of it. I defy you to go get them.
I'm on it.
Okay.
All right. So there you have it, guys. The shitheads are back. We will be back on. We're not sure when, but we'll be back on.
We'll be back. How about we do a little trivia night on Tuesday?
You mean next Tuesday? Because tonight is Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? Sounds good to me. Trivia night on Tuesday.
Anybody,
All right, guys.
Anybody that wants to join, just shoot us a message. We can add you. I think we can add up to, 8 people?
Yep. Oh, excuse me.
Hit the mute button.
It was too fast. It's this damn Coke Zero.
Good gravy. Okay.
My bad. All right, guys. Once again, I am Striker. That is JJ. Pro Wrestling Extreme. We are out. Have a great night.